Agony Duck commanding the vampire counts versus, see what is Banana Joe, the legendary commander of the Empire, Banana Joe. Banana Joe has spears, crossbows, demigryph knights, no halberds. That's a mistake. Spears, great swords, demigryph knights. So demigryph knights without halberds against the vampire counts. That's a death sentence, because you need halberds to kill the shit out of crypt horrors. They will still defeat crypt horrors, just not as effectively, and you don't have to worry about missiles. So Duck has a few very nice flanks here of crypt horrors, cairn wraiths, and a bat. Same thing over here, very nice setup. Zombies in the center and Graveguard. He's keeping his necromancer in the forest behind a tree. He's hiding, watching his undead minions do the fighting for him. He does not want to get light wizarded. He does not want to get accused, because then he's going to be dead for real. So sending the flyers, the bats, wide. This is a bit dangerous here, the blobbing that's happening, because this means that the units are not going to be able to engage that effectively, as they would have if there was no blobbing. Here come the bats. Straight down into the crossbows, blocking the demigryph knights, blocking the spears into the swords. This is a very good opening, but look at this light wizard. He might be up to something, because the demigryph knights pull away, and net of Amintak dropping on 3 units. Very nice net this, stopping multiple units from getting their charges in, which enables the swords to charge in and which enables the demigryph knights to charge in. Now the demigryph knights without halberds are not as effective as demigryph knights with halberds, and this is a mistake that could be potentially game ending. While that's going on, the crypt horrors have gotten into the crossbowmen. Over here the cairn wraiths fighting demigryphs together with horrors. The Empire front line gets swarmed by graveguards with great weapons and by zombies. And the demigryphs are already starting to rout. The necromancer is still standing here behind his tree, watching the battle unfold. But even though the demigryphs were not of the right variety, the crypt horrors are still wavering. Got hit by a magical missile there. A burning gaze, and crumbling is happening now that they've gotten surrounded. The demigryph knights come back, but yeah, normal demigryph knights against crypt horrors, they still have great AP, they still have high weapon strength, good charge bonus, but lacking 32 damage is just a bit much of a deficit. And here come the cairn wraiths into Banana Joe, the legendary Empire general. Great swords coming in to deal the damage. But the crypt horrors are crumbling. So are the cairn wraiths. Witch Hunter is broken, routing. So he ain't coming back, and he's not going to be sniping any lords. It looks like the light wizard found the necromancer and damaged him a bit, but he is regenerating. And he could use Gaze of Nagash to ward off the light wizard. I have a feeling Agony Duck likes the vampire counts. See them use them quite a bit. The cairn wraiths crumble. And the horrors are also starting to go down, fighting spears and greatswords. The Grave Guard is doing well. Grave Guard, high armor penetration, bonus versus infantry. Pretty decent units if they are supported. They look nice as well. Ooh. Banana Joe is leaping. So let's see here. The Necromancer is being targeted. Nice hit. But the Necromancer doesn't particularly care. I won't be able to kill the Necromancer. But you can see how quick the recharge is on the Burning Ace. I don't know how much mana is left here, but the rest of the Empire army isn't doing too hot at the moment. But a lot of the units are routing, so they might come back. But if Banana Joe falls, then all is lost, surely. The Cryptorus were chasing the Witch Hunter and various other units, but they've routed too far back to be able to come back to the battle. But ooh, it looks like the Light Wizard might... Yep, the Light Wizard is sniping the Wizard. And that's bad for the Vampire Counts. Losing their general like that. Losing the Necromancer. Now, as long as they stay in fights and they win those fights, they are going to do fine. So anything they can do to shift the balance of power in their favor, and anything they can do to win fights, is going to be extremely useful. And breaking the Demigryph Knights are the Cryptorus. Cryptorus are disintegrating over here, but they are doing nice damage to both the Spears and the Witch Hunter. So this isn't completely lost for the Vampire Counts. A lot of the Empire's units are wavering. Just killing the general here would help a lot in that regard, making the Empire rout. Light Wizard landing, trying to take down. Ooh, he actually kills the Crypt Horror. But once the undead start to crumble, if you just can kite away for long enough, then you're going to win. So the undead are in a race against time here to kill the living before they lose their own state of unliving. Cairn Wraiths fighting against the Banana Joe. High armor penetration on the Cairn Wraiths, but they do suffer from being only 45 wraiths per unit and relatively low health. Quite a few of the Empire's units have been chased off the battlefield. The Light Wizard is still flying around, but if Banana Joe dies, then the Empire army is gone. You can see the balance of power shifting slightly more towards the Empire than it has. Losing slightly, decisively. Nice rare charge there from Banana Joe. Hold the line, charge resistance, leadership. And the zombies, amazing that the zombies are still alive. The Grave Guard are killing off Great Guard. They're not as good as the Great Swords, but they can deal the damage as well, having Great Swords. So now there's basically only Banana Joe knocking a few zombies about. And he might be banking on the Vampire Counts just disintegrating, but let's see, there's a Grave Guard unit over here. These units won't disintegrate. If he had called France at this point, he would have won by being able to just bounce the different units. But the thing is, if he had called France, he might not have survived against the undead because they can bring a lot of flyers. So there's always that to take into consideration. A valiant effort by Banana Joe, but it looks like he's going to get chased down. Pyrrhic victory there for the Vampire Counts. Flying Lord and Demigryphs with halberds could have changed things a lot in this battle, I think. Duck was smart in keeping his general away. That denies for most of this battle, the character sniping was denied, and that allowed these kills are good for the Cairn Wraiths, good for the Graveguard, not so great for the Crypt Horrors, but they did tank damage and great use of the bats. Banana Joe had some pretty cool spell use by slowing down the entire assault on the flank of Agony Duck. So good game, guys. Strength and Honor.